woo-woo, hot air, BS phrases, and quasi-confidence building strategies that I think are a waste of your time. And specifically when it comes to building confidence. Deep sigh. Hold on to your seats, folks. This section and the next couple of sections are going to be rough for some. For others, maybe a sign of relief that someone has the guts to talk truthfully about these topics. Let's get started. And don't say I didn't warn you. So, having been in the self-help, nonfiction, personal development arena myself for the past 30 years, I've seen a lot. Not to mention, I lived in Southern California for most of those years. Why do I mention that? Well, because living in SoCal, I've seen my fair share of woo-woo experts, Fruit Loop gurus, mystical advisors, pie-in-the-sky coaches, mind-bending hot air talkers. Stop me at any time. I mean, people who are just plain nuts, out of their mind, offering up all kinds of BS advice on how to get more energy or attract abundance into your life. Pay me $800 and I will give you the secrets. Yes. Folks, it's just been my observation, but these people are just plain stupid, ignorant, lazy, outright thieves, snake oil salespeople, con artists. Again, stop me at any time. I'm sure you've run into one or two yourself in your lifetime, right? So I'm just not making this up. Well, not to worry. I'm about to tell you what and where confidence has no business being associated with or coming from. Whenever I hear the following words, terms, or phrases, I change the channel. I run in the opposite direction. I do not want to listen to one word these people have to say because over 30 years of being in that business, and let me add this to you, I was a web designer, a webmaster in the day when these people were running rampant, and I got to see behind the scenes. I got to see what was going on in their private lives because we would have conversations and they'd be asking me for advice that people didn't get to see, on a public side. I saw the private side as well. And what did I see? I saw failure. I saw broke. I saw financially just getting by like everybody else. They struggled with their own lives and they're out there purporting and spreading this BS of theirs, and yet they couldn't even apply it in their own world. And to me, that's where the hypocrisy stepped in. And, it didn't affect me because I don't want to say from the day I was born, but the point is for as long as I can remember, I've just been a hard worker. I've just rolled up those sleeves, nose to the grindstone, put in the hours. I'm a worker. I'm not a woo-woo expert. And so I know that I can always rely on hard work. I can rely on research. I can rely on all the things that really do get the job done and build confidence. And that's what I'm writing about in this book, Lethal Confidence. So, what are some of the phrases, words, and terms that turn me off, let alone turn my stomach, and that have little or nothing to do with confidence? Let's get into it right now. I'm sure you've heard this one before. Emotional intelligence. I want to vomit. I'll take skills, talent, knowledge, communication skills, creativity, and speed any day of the week over some blanket tell-all phrase called emotional intelligence. By the time that phrase became popular and a sellable seminar ticket, I had already written 20 books filled with real-life knowledge and experience. I knew more software programs than everyone in town combined. Point is, don't spend too much time studying emotional intelligence when you could just be studying to master a sellable skill or two or three that can help you advance in your career, your income, anything, you name it. You can learn all you want about emotional intelligence, but you'll still have to acquire skills, knowledge, and speak well in order to flourish in today's world. period. And something else that I've noticed is the people who were selling some of the other hot air woo-woo BS talking points early in their career, when those things didn't pan out to make them money and pay their mortgage, they switched gears and started selling emotional intelligence. I'm a guru. I know emotional intelligence. Come to me. Give me your money, and I will give you knowledge about emotional intelligence. So I've just seen this wave, these gurus changing their colors. They're like a chameleon, their cloak, changing it so they can have something fresh and new to sell to you. And yet behind the scenes, they're broke. They got nothing going on, and it's just BS. So take emotional intelligence and just kind of cast it to the side and give it no thought at all. At least that's my take on it and my observation. I will never evoke, use, think about emotional intelligence. I never will. I never have. NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. Now here's a scam, if I've ever heard one. You know, NLP gurus will purport you can, and I quote, run your brain and easily change your behaviors to finally produce the results you want. What crap? I've accomplished everything I have, including having lethal confidence to the core of my being. And without NLP, NLP is nothing more than an attempt to extract money out of you by promising you pie-in-the-sky outcomes without putting in the real work needed, and by changing the names of everyday human behaviors and talking points in order to mystify you, in order to make money off you, with El Zippo Nada, nothing, in return coming your way. I even know someone who's tried to sell NLP full-time for 15 plus years, and yet everything about him, his NLP business, his NLP seminars, his NLP website, and low-level written articles and books are a complete and utter failure. We're talking flop 15 years later. How come he doesn't use NLP to help himself succeed? And I remember telling him, look, dude, I'm giving you 6 months. I'll give you 12 max. If you don't make money with this, you got to get out. I was being upfront with him. I was telling him, look, dude, this stuff doesn't sell because nobody wants it. It's fake science. And he himself lacks confidence big time. See, it always comes back to the real world where the rubber hits the road. He never appears in any of his NLP promo videos, and yet he claims his NLP training company is the best. It's really a joke. Run from these people. And again, I was a webmaster back in the day for some of these people only because they hired me. I was really good at my job. They hired me to build their websites, build the website that sold their seminars. So I got to see firsthand what it is they were selling. And then I got invited to these workshops, these training programs, these practitioner training programs that went on for like multiple weekends. I was in it. I was exposed to everything. And I was comparing and contrasting. Okay, all right, I'll give it a shot. What have you got to teach me? And in so many instances, I always found myself, well, that's a waste of time. Well, that's more work. Why don't you just do this and be done with it? You know, so I'm just telling you. And I'll say this, there's some good that can come from everything. But how far can you really take it? And does hard work and putting in the time and doing the reading and the research and doing the hard work, that's what's really going to get you ahead. In fact, I have this joke. Picture this. Put your hands out in front of you, arms extended, and wiggle your fingers. Yeah, wiggle your fingers. That's called typing the article. That's called getting it done. And real quick, here's another one. You're sitting in your chair, right, in the workshop, and I say to the audience, everybody, stand up. Okay, good. Now you've done what you are supposed to do. My message is done. I'm leaving. Have a nice day. What? What do you mean? Yeah, I gave you the secret to success. Get off your can, get off your butt, and get to work. How simple is that? Now pay me $1,000, So while these people were selling their BS And there were people sucking it in because they were desperate. They were, I don't want to say the word ignorant, but they did not know. They were naive in their thinking to put their trust in this person. They wanted to trust. They wanted an edge. They wanted to succeed. So they were hoping. In fact, that comes to mind the term hopium. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Hopium. It's like, opium, like a drug. But it's hope that whatever you're going to learn, you're going to be able to transfer into success. Well, 9 times out of 10, none of that success ever comes true. And I've seen it for 30 plus years. I've had enough. Well, I had enough day one when I heard that BS, but, listening to it, I was writing a book. And once I got that book done, I was out there selling, making more money, doing this, doing that. I put in the time, I put in the work, and I just saw these people just sitting in chairs, wasting their time. And here's the thing, they spend thousands of dollars to go to these workshops and seminars, only to walk out and they forgot it all. It really didn't have that kind of impact on them. But they could say, yeah, I did that. All of them can say, I did that. I went to that show. It was all right. The presenter, he did a good job. He was very talented at his presentation skills. But I still had to go home. I still had to clean up the mess that was there. I still had to take the car in and get that done. I still had to go do this and do this. I had to talk to this person. I still had to go back to work. Do you follow me? So these things have nothing to do with confidence. People who tell you to repeat after yourself, I like myself. I like myself. What am I, in kindergarten? I shake my head. Here's another one that I want to run from far and fast. Laws of attraction. I'm just sorry. Laws of attraction. I've heard it over 2-3 decades. I hate it. It just does nothing. Just do, be, exist, rock, touch people's lives, help them out, do good deeds, don't ask for anything or praise or anything. I mean, certainly get paid if, it's a contract job. But the point is let other people start singing your praises. And, well, that's law of attraction. Okay, I get it. I'm just not going to label life with this phrase, law of attraction. I live my life according to law of attraction, law of attraction, Stop it. It's called life. That's all I want to do is live. Live and rock. Reframe. Oh, here's another one. Reframe. Does that mean a picture on the wall needs reframing? I'm kidding. I get it. We're supposed to look at things from a different angle. No problem. To me, that's just called perspective. And I talk about that inside my book, BS the Book. For example, if you think your life is a mess right now, or you lack something in your life, just look at someone else's misfortune or circumstances through their eyes. Walk a mile in their shoes to understand you might not have it so bad. Maybe you do, but there's always someone else out there who's got it a lot worse. What then can you do to uplift yourself and into a better headspace or set of circumstances? Think, plan, test, try, work, effort, and do. There you go. So, what do you think about what I just said? And again, I might be a little harsh on those topics, but I just see a lot of people waste time and money and wind up with nothing. So I stay clear of emotional intelligence. I stay clear of NLP and NLP gurus. I stay clear of laws of attraction. I stay clear of reframing, whatever, all that kind of stuff. Hey, I'm going to get into some more stuff in the next couple of audios, which are up next. If you like what you've heard so far, you're going to love what's upcoming. And again, the intent here is really not to put these things down or these terms or phrases or workshops or whatever. I am just being as a matter of fact when it comes to the linkage between those things, those statements, those phrases, and all that stuff, and how it relates to gaining confidence. And I have never, ever seen, heard, experienced, even my own association with that stuff. And I'm very analytical. I'm very observant, very well read. And having dealt with hundreds of people in my career, I've been able to see how those things affect those people. So it's like I got a front row seat and I got a backstage pass to actually see what's going on behind the scenes too. So my observations and all of that are just, hey, This is my experience. And personally, I want nothing to do with any of these things because they do not contribute to gaining confidence, let alone lethal confidence. So come on, let's now check out phrases that I despise hearing over and over again. Ugh, enough already. Come on, let's check it out.